Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Robert Reffkin here in the golf cart. Welcome to the seventh episode of Meyer on the Move with our very special guest, Robert Reffkin. Robert Reffkin, if you don't know who he is, you're probably hiding under a rock. But Robert is the CEO and founder of Compass, which is a real estate brokerage, the number one real estate brokerage in the country, the number one in Miami-Dade County, the number one in Broward County, Palm Beach County, and several other major counties and cities and countries across the
and home of the incredible real estate agent and entrepreneur, Meyer.
Yes, it's true. So Robert, just quick backgrounds on him. I think most of you can find this stuff in other blogs and other news articles. But Robert, 44 years old now, started Compass, 12 years ago?
10 and a half.
10 and a half years ago. We grew from 0 agents to 36,000 agents and employees nationwide. Robert's the author of a book called Nobody Succeeds Alone. He is, early days business analyst at McKinsey, chief of staff to the COO of Goldman Sachs. He was a White House fellow. He ran 50 marathons to raise.
And we're riding a golf cart on the street.
Yes. This one is a street legal golf cart.
I did not expect that.
There's a street legal golf cart.
I thought we were going to go in the parking lot in circles.
Just do little donuts. No, not at all. Robert's done a million, so much in his very young career. Not the least of which 50 marathons to raise over $1 million for charity. He founded a charity that raises funds for children to go to college.
Yeah, it was called New York Needs You. It founded in New York. Now it's America Needs You in 3 different states, but it supports students who are first in their family to go to college that are also below the poverty line, giving them career development, college support, and 2 summer internships.
That's amazing. And I myself, by the way, I went to college, wasn't for me, same as high school. Went to high school, left early, went to college, wasn't for me, left. That's the beauty and joy of the entrepreneurship of real estate. But with that said, I'm a big proponent. If you're in college, stay in college, and if you have the chance, go. It definitely doesn't hurt, and it's amazing that Robert affords so many other people that otherwise wouldn't be able to go. So we're going to jump right in. We have lots of fun topics to talk about today. The first of which I think I want to get, a little bit the man behind the scenes. I travel the country. I'm one of the most networked agents. I've been told by Rory and Gordon Neto that I'm one of the most networked agents at Compass. That requires a lot of airplane rides, a lot of days away from your family, a lot of days on the road. The only person I could think of that does it more than me is you, and probably 10 to 100 times so. Tell me how you manage that. What's the challenges that you see in work-life balance, and how do you do that?
Well, I think you could pursue work-life balance or work-life integration. And so I focus on work-life integration. I have Shabbat dinners every second or third week where I bring employees, agents to my house. My kids are part of the dinner. They love it. And then we have different games that they're part of. Every Sunday I bring my family to agents' open houses to support them. I wouldn't say our kids don't love that. They complain.
They
Daddy,
don't love going to their open house.
We're not even buying a house.
It's fun when they're shopping for a house, but once they have one, they're not interested. This is work.
My wife told them on Mother's Day when we went, my middle child had a complete tantrum. Why do you have to go? Why do you have to go? And she said, because we love our jobs, and our jobs are to support Compass agents, and Compass agents are at open houses. And surprisingly, my middle child was like, okay, and then we went.
That's it, we get that.
So she's a great mom. She knows how to communicate to the kids well.
I love
it. But long way of saying, me and my wife and my family were all in on Compass, and I think I learned work-life integration from our agents. My mom is a real estate agent, has been the majority of my life. And I've just seen time and time after again how many agents bring their kids to their own open houses. How many agents
just sitting there?
Yeah, exactly. How many agents are doing mailers with their family to their sphere of influence, and so there's ways to bring people in. You don't have to separate and push people out.
My son and daughter Benjamin and Charlotte actually just asked if they could have. I'd mentioned maybe getting them business cards at one point. They're like, "Can I get business cards?" And then if I give them out to people,
yes.
They're like, "How much will you pay me?"
That's even better.
So exactly. I explained to them, like, I could pay you per card. and it's going to be a very small amount, or I can pay you when you get me a listing. You know?
Yeah, I would like that.
So let's talk about a couple of other things. Miami, obviously, a big international city. You know, any plans for Compass to expand internationally?
Yeah, look, the long term or medium term, we want to be in London, Hong Kong, Singapore, Dubai, Sao Paulo, so we can bring to our sellers Europe through London, Asia through Hong Kong and Singapore, the Middle East through Dubai, and Latin America through Sao Paulo.
Miami loves all of those things.
Yeah.
When we interviewed Meyer Suarez in this golf cart, I asked him, who's coming to Miami? What big names? And he says, well, you know, he's hoping that Citadel comes, and now that's official news. Citadel is moving to Miami. They're bringing 1,000 people here. Some of the Compass agents are helping them move. I've already helped 2 different Citadel clients get placed here. Any chance Compass moves its HQ here?
That's interesting you say that. We're going to create a regional hub in Miami for Compass. I was just talking with Jeff Polishak, who runs the region, about that last night. Really excited. Because more and more of our people want to be in Miami.
Well, if I know Meyer Suarez has this T-shirt that says "How can I help?" and you know, he's a friend of us here on the Meyer on the Move podcast. So if we can make an introduction, he could be of any help. I'm sure, not to put him on the spot, but I'm sure he'd be happy to do whatever he can.
Well, I think the only complaint I hear is there's a little more traffic than there used to be. So if he can help with the traffic, that'd be great.
I'm sure they're working on it. Progress, he says. You know, let's talk about just general stuff in terms of Compass. I want to go a little bit broader. You know, when we started, nobody knew who we were. When I came to Compass, there weren't 30 agents in the whole state of Florida. Now there's 3,600 agents in the state of Florida. But when we started out, it was, we are innovators, we are thinkers, we are creators and doers, and we're going to change this industry. And you may not know who we are, but you know, watch what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And now we've sort of done that, right? We're number 1 in Miami-Dade County and Broward and most neighborhoods in South Florida, and by Real Trends and the Wall Street Journal across the country. So, you know, now is it innovate, or is it innovation, or is it optimization? You know?
Look, I think it's Compass is in the business of helping real estate agents realize their potential for growing their business, having a better quality of life, better serving their buyers and sellers. And we need to be best in the world at that. And so we need to be the industry-defining company in real estate that improves better for real estate agents and their clients, and improves faster and more every year than every other company. So from that perspective, it's both. It's innovation and optimization and integration.
So we got to keep staying number 1. We got to keep changing the world.
We got to keep on. We can never be okay with okay. We need to always try to be better for those people that we serve. It includes agents, employees, buyers, sellers. And look, you see that, you know, the iPhone, every year it's getting better, and better. They never like resting on their laurels.
It is. I mean, that's arguable though, because when you look at Android, Android makes leaps and bounds.
There's huge debate about that. You know,
but iPhone keeps it optimized.
Yeah, iPhone keeps it pretty.
Yeah. We know you're a comic guy, so Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Yeah. All right. And in the Batman field, we see Michael Keaton coming back. So Michael Keaton or Christian Bale?
That's a great question. I mean,
I was a big fan of the Christian Bale Batman. Michael Keaton is...
I know that's a great question. I
can't decide. We stumped him.
Look, that's a hard one. Look, the Christian Bale movies, right? Those are legendary movies. But Michael Keaton's like history, right?
He is the Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
Summer vacations. Are you a mountain or beach guy?
I'm a beach person, but I told my wife that we should, until we get culture back in all of our offices, we should, you know, pause on vacation and put all of our energy in just bringing culture back into the office of Compass.
I love it.
And she's all in. She loves that idea.
And if you lean into it, like you said, as a family, and do it, like bring your kids to the open house and have them stuff letters for you, right? I think you can travel and do the work and vacation, right?
No,
I think there's a lot of fun to that. We're in a lot of great cities.
You know, this last weekend we went to Sea Isle, New Jersey, and Ocean City, New Jersey, because one of our agents has sponsored a 5K for his daughter. And invited us, so we went there. So you can, again, it's work-life integration, not work-life exclusion and balance and separation.
All right. A deeper this or that question: data or intuition? You can only choose one. You can only choose one.
That's a very difficult question.
It is. It's deep. We went heavy with that one.
I would say intuition, but it's not just intuition. It's intuition based on in-person interactions with your customer over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's where it comes from.
Yeah, well, your intuition comes from the data that we take in.
Exactly.
But the point is, I can look at everybody else's data, and like at the end of the day, it's the data. It's how I perceive data. So for me, I go with intuition, because all the data in the world just if it doesn't feel right internally, that's my big take on it. Moving on, something that nobody loves to do in this golf cart, but everybody is expected to, and many people are waiting to see. We do a little segment of golf cart karaoke. So. What would be your go-to golf karaoke song? Mayor Suarez chose Bruno Mars.
It would be Living a Prayer.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm not a good singer. This is not going to
work. That's okay.
Well.
That's the whole point.
All right.
All right, kick us off.
I don't even know if I could do the tone. Oh,
living on a prayer. Take my chance, take my hand.
Oh, he's good.
You'll make it.
That's not fair.
Swear.
That's cheating. You know how to sing.
Oh,
living on a prayer. Oh, we're halfway there.
I think Compass is halfway there. We're not. We are still making it. Like it's like whatever you think we've done in 12 years.
Exactly.
Oh!
Exactly. We're halfway there. Compass. We're halfway there. In the last 10 years, look what we've done.
Oh man!
I just can't imagine what we're gonna do in the next 10 years.
And that leads
together.
us into our next question, which is like what I've asked a lot of people what they would ask Robert Reffkin. A bunch of people want to know if the chapter of Compass was closed tomorrow, what would you do next? Yeah, that's it. Compass. For great or for bad. It's that book is closed. Now you wake up in the morning, you got nothing but you and your family. What is the next venture for you?
Well, look, the reality is if my kids want to spend an infinite time with me and do great things together, whether launching something, another business, or being together on a walk, but as people that know they have kids, they want to go. They don't want to be with me now. I think they want to be with me later, and so that's a harder reality. Look, I've always had a desire to have an impact on people around me. Public service has always been, like that would be a very meaningful life. However, I don't think I have, the tough skin for public service.
You've been roasted. You've been roasted with the best of them.
I have been, and so look, I really don't know. Look, it's a question that everyone has to deal with. Like, what do you do next? And so right now, I'm just focused on Compass. And me and my wife have a wonderful relationship, and that makes me really happy.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And we know it's a lot. It's hard to balance, not just work life, and it's easy to talk about family, but I took my wife to an event at the Realm Retreat, and I introduced her to about 50 different agents, and every single one of them, without fail, said something to the effect of, "Oh, you're Levy's wife? I'm sorry. All right, how do you do it?" Because they know I'm on the go. Well, she always politely says, that she's like, it just comes with the territory. You got to let Levy be Levy, and you got to love him for who he is, and she does.
That's awesome. That's great.
Just once I'd like somebody to say, Levy's a really special guy, or like,
Levy, you're a really special guy.
Thank you. But no, we know it is hard, and so I think the fact that you work really hard at it, you spend time with your wife, you make sure to like bring her along with you on trips, and that that's always really great. Last question as we wrap it up is just a factoid, something that you will tell our viewers that maybe they don't know about you, that they've never heard, an announcement, a sneak peek, something. Give me anything, any good juice. What you got?
Look, we're going to launch next year. We're going to launch a client portal for buyers, for sellers, for people that have multiple homes, that puts every part of real estate in one place. It'll be your one-stop shop for everything home before, during, and after the transaction, and it's going to create harmony and simplicity in the real estate process.
I love it. It's going to make the agents' lives a lot better because they're always looking for for that disclosure, that full
Yeah.
open book. People are wondering how many showings do we have, and what's it's like, instead of me having to get it to them, let them come in and see it
All in one
inside,
place.
all inside the portal. So I love it. Robert, thank you for
All right,
coming on
buddy.
the show. Thank you for the last 7 years I've been at Compass. By the way, my
Thank you.
Compass anniversary is June 6th. Your birthday is June 7th.
June 7th.
So like they're always every year aligned. You think you get a year older, and I get 1 year older at Compass.
Awesome, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Thanks for being on the show.